Hello friends, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to come by today and do start a new project. So I have a couple things to show you. Let's see. Yesterday I didn't do a video because I was working on these and I kind of just wanted to, finish this set. I have another set I'm doing out of a different paper. But these were the Rolodex cards I had started last weekend, I actually think it was, maybe last Sunday or Monday. Anyway, so I was using that, sorry, comic book paper pad. And they're super cute. Let me show you the different patterns. And I have a set, or I have them, not a set, but I have them in my shop as a set of 8. So it's pretty cool. They turned out really cool. Let me show you. So I used certain papers that I didn't use them all, but I used this one with it's kind of shiny with or metallic almost looking, with the yellow stars. That's really pretty. And then I used this one. This page had different things on it, different colors. So I just went with, whatever was on the page. I just cut it up and made these. These are, like I said, Rolodex cards, or maybe you want to call them memory dex cards, whatever you want to call them, but they're 2 by 4. They're the regular, what I'm calling the regular size. I have some that are like 3 by 5 too. Just regular standard ones from the store. But I like using both sizes in my journals. And so these are great for pockets or journaling cards. These are white on the back. These are yellow with red, kind of shiny or metallic looking kind of little polka dots. I just think they're so pretty. I just really love them. And I wanted to get them done yesterday. They do take a little bit of time to just cut them out. I cut them out by hand, not with a Cricut or anything. But I have a punch for the little slots right here, if you didn't see that video. So that should fit perfectly in any Rolodex. If you have a vintage Rolodex, these will fit on the little track. So, and these are really cute with the light blue and pink. And they have a little yellow something in the background too. But just really pretty colors. This is another one that had the metallic like looking circles on. So once I cut the circles up, each one kind of comes out different. So that's that one. Really cool. Let's see, it goes all the way to there. And here's another one that had different patterns. Let's see, this is another one that had different patterns and had some of the paper. This page had stars and different things, swirls and just different things on it. So I just cut it up. Just went with it again as it was, but that was all from one page, even that right there. And then this one had these pretty polka dots, different colors. Isn't that the cutest thing? I love that one with all the different colors. But they all had this page had those polka dots all over it. So I thought that came out really pretty. I really wanted to use that page, see how it turned out, and it's just really cute. And then this one I like this one too. I mean, I like them all. I keep saying that, I know, right? But it had this pretty blue in the background with these light green stars. So, oh, and well, this page actually faded in and out of, I think did it start at the top where it had these white, little tiny white specks of polka dots in the back on blue, and then the green stars. And then the little white polka dots kind of faded out as it went to the bottom of the page. So like this page, this piece right here, you can see doesn't really have any polka dots on it, because that's where the polka dots faded out, the little white specks in the back. So just really, really neat. I love those. So yeah, I have sets of 8, and you can see I have quite a few cut here. And now I'm working on a different paper pad with different patterns. So just really fun. So I'm going to carry those in my shop. Just whatever I have, put it in there as I get them cut up. So my new project today is going to be a sewing journal. Last was a cookbook, right? Recipe type journal. And, you know, this two of my favorite kind of journals to make. And, you know, if I was smart, I'd probably just make all cooking cookbook. And, you know, the smart thing to do would probably be just do cookbook and sewing journals. But I like making other types of journals too, just whatever, you know, pops into my head. So that's what I do. But, yeah, I've made, you know, journals out of sewing patterns before, but haven't really made one with a hard cover, you know, like this. I've made them with, like, backed with file folder or something like that, you know, just a one signature. So I wanted to try just making one out of a book to see how that would be. And so I picked out this cute little pattern here. I picked this one out because it's very old. As you can see, it was only 50 cents back in the day whenever it was, you know, put out in the stores. It's a Butterick. It has these cute little ladies here. And I like the colors of their dresses. This one is the version with the long sleeve, you see, and the belt. And this one has a little bow around her waist and sleeveless. So I just thought that was really cute. Sub-Teens, it's called. So I picked this one out because of the, not only because of the picture, but it's in decent shape. It's not, doesn't have any marks or stains on it. I mean, it's aged, you know, here a little bit of, like as if I distressed it, but it's already distressed. But it doesn't have any marks or tears or wrinkles or anything like that, really. So then I went to pick out some paper to cover this. So I just went through a bunch of my scrapbook papers, and I think I'm going to use this one for the front because it's going to be mostly covered up, you see. But it's got kind of a hint of this color in it, and then the blue, it's got little blue dots on it. But it's not like you're going to even be seeing that much of it. It's going to be mostly covered up, as you can see. Let me show you again. But I need something to cover the book and make it pretty because it's kind of just a really old book cover that I used the pages, and I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to use it. This is just a good hard, you know, surface to make a journal out of, and I didn't want to throw it away, you know, just an old, really old book. But I think I used the pages in some, I have them, probably have some left, or if I don't, I use them in my, I think I'm using them in my book bundles actually. So let's get started. I thought I put, I was thinking of either putting this flat on the front or wrapping it. I'm going to try wrapping it. You know, I don't really want to ruin any of this, like do it in a way where I'm not going to like it. So I have done this before where I've wrapped the scrapbook paper around a cover, like I did it for a journal where I was recovering. I did it a couple times actually, at least, where I was recovering let's see, this is really pretty. I think I'll save that. And yeah, I covered the binder, like a cookbook binder. I recovered it because it was just, you know, horrible as far as the basic, and I couldn't use it, but I could use it if I covered it, you know, I could save it. So that is what I'm going to do here. I mean, this could be used for a journal cover. It's kind of cute, right? With a little elephant and stuff. It has some marks on it, but I have plenty of book covers. So if you can imagine, I have a good stack of book covers. So I think I'm just going to do this over here because I'd like to conserve this as much as possible and maybe use, you know, make sure, you know, see if I have this as much as possible to use through, you know, in another place in this journal. So I think I want to bring over or around about an inch. So I'm just going to move this around till I think I have about an inch here around this side and the top. And well, at the bottom I have plenty here. And then I'm going to cut it. And then we're going to wrap this. And we're just going to get started here and do as much as we can in the time I have left here. This was just kind of an introductory to my next project, and just see what we can get done. And then, you know, I'll come back in other videos and work on this some more. but maybe we can see what the front is going to kind of look like. So see, I've got about 1 inch around that we're going to fold over, and I'm going to get about 1 inch on the bottom. And then we're just going to glue this down around, on and around this front cover with some Fabri-Tac. So really, it doesn't matter exactly where I put this, except, see, does it matter at all? No, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Let's see if I want to turn it either way. And it's about the same. These little pieces kind of fade out right here and here. You know, that's just the coloring of the of this paper, so it doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and just, I think I need to glue it down on here first, of course. And I've got my Fabri-Tac here. I'm going to go ahead and start on that. And then let's get this little globby glooby here. Globby glooby. So I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Like I said, I didn't do a video yesterday. I was working on those in the afternoon, actually. Those Rolodex cards. And, you know, by the time I started on it, it was a little bit, well, it wasn't late, but it was toward afternoon. And what I did in the morning was watch my granddaughter. My family had a yard sale. Actually, it was my husband's thing. He had a job where he cleaned out an antique store, believe it or not. And the balance of the stuff that wasn't, you know, sold already, he sold at a yard sale yesterday. So I think my oldest son, well, my oldest son went down there, had some stuff to sell, and my daughter-in-law. So, you know, they are the ones that have my granddaughter, so they needed someone to watch her. And of course, I volunteered. You know, I'd rather watch her than be at the yard sale, believe it or not. So we had some fun. Me and Riley had some fun here playing, and she was so good. She's 16 months old now, so she's at a really nice age that she's walking and, you know, like toddling, and it's just really cute age. So we had a good time. We had a really good time. She didn't, you know, cry at all for her parents, and she took a little nap toward the end, where just before they got here, and she just played all morning. We just had a good time. So, all right. So usually I will cut off these corners just a little bit. I don't go all the way down to the corner because I don't want the corner to show, but it does get a little bulky if you don't cut off a little corner here. So let's go ahead and do that. I can cut off more if I need to, but right now I'm just going to cut off a little bit. I've just done this before, so just going from, you know, previous experience here, what I've done before, what I've done right, what I've done wrong, right? That's how we learn. Okay, so there we go. Got it little like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue down these sides. So I'm going to fold them over real tight. I'm going to fold them real quick and then I'll glue them down once I get a little fold here. Sorry, it's morning, and I want to go ahead and do a video for today, and have a little crafty fun. Get ready to go to church in a little while. So after this, I'm going to go get ready. But I've got my coffee here, and I'm the first one awake in the house, so it's a good time to go ahead and have some crafty fun. So there we go. All right, so that's all the sides are folded. So it doesn't really matter which side you fold in first. Just a second, I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. Here we go. I think it's better. I think I got my frog out. Okay, so yeah, let's glue down the tops first. So I'm going to make sure I put a little bit of glue right here, kind of like almost on the top of this book cover, and then all over this little flap here that we're folding down. Let's get these down first. Yeah, I thought about just cutting a piece, you know, to fit on the top and the bottom, but this book, as I showed you, is, I'm going to hold that down for a second and let it start to adhere and grab that book cover. But it's a little rough on the corners. Here we go again. Sorry. It's a little rough on the corners here, and so I could have just put a flat piece on the front, flat piece on the back, and then use book corners. But I was like, well, you know, I've done that before where I've wrapped it around. Why don't I just do that, you know? Not that I couldn't. Oh, let me put it on the flap instead of the book. You can put it on the book cover if you want. It doesn't really matter, but this way I know exactly how much I need, you know what I mean? I'm going to get it right up to this top of this flap too, the edge. Okay. So once I get this on here, it almost won't matter which way I turn it, you know what I mean? Because it's just an all over pattern. Like right now, this is, let's see, I think this is probably upright, you know, how the book was, but it doesn't even matter if I turn it around once I get this wrapped. Let me hold this down again. Let it start to adhere. If you need to, you can, like if you wanted to do this and just leave it for a minute, you could put some binder clips on here. Just want to get that edge down real good. And then just like, it doesn't even matter if my glue shows on here because I'm going to be covering this up. That's why I'm really not worrying about my glue showing. I'm going to cover it up all the way from the very top to the very bottom with another piece of paper. Another pretty piece of paper. Okay, let me fold this again now that we've got that down. I want to see how this is going to fold with these little corners here that we have, you know, where we have extra, a little bit of extra paper there. Let me make sure that's going to fold okay. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and snip another little corner off. See how we I'm going to make a little crease here on this part that's sticking over here. Okay, so I've got a nice crease there. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that corner off again. Let's just cut that corner off again a little bit there. Okay, now let's see how that's folding. See if I like that a little bit better. Oh, I need a little bit more. This right here is sticking up more than I want it to. So a little bit more here, just off of that. I don't want to go right up to the corner though, but I'm going pretty close. Okay, that'll do it. And let's see, I almost have to, well, try to see which way I can see best. A little bit more there. A bit more right here. And let's see, did I do this one? I think I did that one. This one right here, I'm kind of just cutting that point off there. Okay. Now, let's see if I like it now. See if I'm happy. Okay, not quite happy yet. I've got a little piece that's sticking up here. Let's see, when I folded it, it was sticking up right here. I might have to get my smaller scissors. Let me grab these right here. There we go. And this one has it too, a little piece of white sticking up there. This one has it too. It's not there when it's open, but when I fold it, that little piece kind of slips in there. It kind of like, I don't know, pushes up or something so that when I fold it, it's going to be showing this little piece under here. All right, am I happy now? Am I happy? Oh, I am happy. All right, it's looking good. Okay. I still might do some clipping here. I'm just kind of thinking as I'm doing this gluing, putting this glue on, how this is going to fold. And I still might do a little bit of trimming here. Let's see. This piece right here. and this piece right here. Okay. All right. It would have been fine if I didn't cut that off, but I think I wanted to do that. I wanted to make sure no bulb, nothing that nothing's showing. Not that this is not going to be covered up though, but what if it poked up above my next piece of paper, you know? I just being careful. Okay. All right, and then I want this to be nice and flat here. I don't want it to be coming up or anything, so I need to let that glue do its job and start holding this down. Like I said, you can put a binder clip on there, which I might do right here real quick. Just a second. Let's see, let me find. I have one here. I just don't want to. I'm careful with the binder clips because I don't want to make a mark on my front cover. You know what I mean? Like you can sometimes, if you put a binder clip, it'll actually make a little mark from, because it presses so hard. Sometimes it can make a little mark. So I'm just going to be careful and put that right there. So that is holding that piece down while I work on this side. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead, actually, since I know what I did over there now, a third cut here on the corner, this little piece right here. See that? I'm going to cut that off. Go ahead and cut that off. Okay. Now I'm happy. Okay, I'm going to get down under here and put some, I'm always putting it on the edge of the book, kind of, the book cover, as I go next to the book right here. Because I want it, as I wrap it around, I want it to grab onto that actual edge of the book. And then just grab tack all over. And I go up to the edge of this piece so that so it can grab the book. Okay. Make sure there's plenty on there. All right, I think I got enough on there. I'm sure I'm going to have some oozing here. But like I said, it doesn't matter if I get any out here. This is going to be covered up. Okay, you can see why I needed an inch. See, by the time you fold it around, it's not an inch. It's probably half an inch. Okay. So I got glue on my hands now, and I'm trying not to. I don't want to pull this up when I put it down. So I'm trying to get a non-gluey finger here. Let me grab my wet wipes here, my baby wipes. Where are they? They're right under here. Hold on just a second. They're under my table right here. Grab them under here. Got some Huggies under here. If I can wipe off my fingers real quick, then I could use my fingers. You could use something else too, like a bone folder or a ruler or something like that. So I think I need some binder clips here. And then if this, for some reason, this doesn't glue down, I can always add more glue once I take the binder clips off. So again, I'm going to make sure I'm not making any marks on my cover. A couple of binder clips. Have them right behind me. Okay. Put one here. And one more. I have another big one. I have some little small ones here. Oh, here's a decent sized one. Not as big as those, but okay. See, there was plenty of glue on there. It just needed to be, it needed to let it dry and hold it down for a minute. So I'm going to put another one on here. There's a tiny one, but it's doing the job. Put one more more right here. There we go. Okay, let's take this one off now and see. It's nice and flat. Okay, let's see how this is. Check our edges all down. Check our edges here. Now, not that this is not going to be covered up, but I still want to make sure it's down. I'm going to put a tiny bit, if I can get, I might have to use art glitter glue under there. Yeah, I'm not going to get that nozzle under there. Let's put a little art glitter glue right there. I can get my nozzle under there. It's not coming up, it's just I can see it like space there. Let me get this coming out here. I can see a little space there. Are you coming out? No, you are not. Oh, I can see it coming now. Okay. Let me poke this in there one more time. Okay. You gonna cooperate? Yes. Okay. Okay. Everything else looks good. Put my binder clip on this. Let this get down, flat down. Okay, so that all looks good. And this one we checked. This one is really tight here. And then we'll let this dry for another second. And check that one. Let me get some more glue off my fingers. Where's my baby wipe? So I hope everyone has a good Sunday. I'm gonna have to go in a minute here, but I'll do some more work on this on video and go from there. See how this turns out. Okay, this all looks good. It's all looking good. I didn't make any marks over here. All right, nice and flat, nice and flat, nice and flat. The corners look good. Yep, they do. They're nice and flat and tight. Okay, let's check this one again. Ooh, that looks good. Much better. All right, nice and flat. We're going to be covering this, but here's what this looks like right now. Sorry we didn't get further along, but you can see it takes time. And I'm going to be cutting this back off and the flap off and putting this on here. So we'll do that. I'll try to do that with you. I might go ahead and cut it apart and then we can do this together. I have some spray Mod Podge where when I do these sewing pattern journals, I go ahead and put a light coating of Mod Podge spray on these, and you really can't even tell it's there, but it does give it a, protection. So that's how I protect the paper. So that is about it. I will see you next time, and everybody have a great day, and I'll see you later. Happy crafting.